What's going on, guys? Good morning. Hello, hello. We'll get started here in a few minutes, guys. Let people populate in. Good morning, Mom, over on YouTube. Remember, guys, I'm all right. Parts Finder. Thanks for the mic check. I was just going to ask. You never know. It's kind of a wild card every time I start this software up that there might be an issue. Demands a lot of my computer, but this is a brand new $5,000 computer with the best NVIDIA chip in it. I'm underwhelmed at how well the NVIDIA chip performs because the error that when my video freezes, that's NVIDIA. This background is brought to you by NVIDIA Broadcast, which uses the chip. Maybe I need to pull my investment in NVIDIA. What do you think? Yep, put your questions, tickers in the chat, and we'll start here in about 20 seconds. All right, guys, good morning. Happy Thursday, the 18th of December. We're 1 week out from Christmas. And Daniel, you think NVIDIA will bounce back? I don't know. Stay tuned to my report. I hope so. I own a lot. All right, guys. Welcome, Trader Daddy. Hey, guys, if you guys follow me and you want some other great tickers and calls, check out the Trader Daddy. He's on live. He's one of my good friends in the trading community. He runs a trading school in New York, and he puts out some good information on Instagram. He's been really good at calling swing trades and whatnot. So go give the Trader Daddy a follow. So, there are a lot of good guys out here in this social media world where there's a lot of fake influencers, right? Dan's one of them. Go check him out. All right. Anyway, yeah, if you're in the New York area, go learn from him. All right. So let's get into the report. I'll answer your questions and tickers here as I get through my swing trades. The S&P 500, we did drop data, initial jobless claims and CPI. It came in cooler than expected, which boosts the markets. And you can see that we got our here. So MES, the S&P 500 product, open price 67.97, high a day was 68.38. Low a day is 67.71. Resistance at high day is 69.50. Support at low a day and 68.20. The bias is long above 68.63. We actually flipped bias on that data. We were running real close. And the interesting thing is the read came in right before data. So the read came in about 20 minutes before data. And then look what my proprietary momentum indicator said on data. So don't necessarily recommend people trading up against data, but I want to show you the read, the momentum, and that would have paid massively just as a calculation, right? Mean reversions here are still 7,000. 6,900 maybe, but really 7,000 is going to be a great short level, and 6,500 below us. And it'll be great if the McClellan oscillators are oversold when we're approaching, that 975 to 7,000. We will position, and I will call the short there, guys. Not a reversal necessarily in the markets, but the short for sure. RTY M2K, that's our small cap in the Russell. That's the underlying is RUT. Open price was 25.18. High a day is 25.47. You can see, you don't think VWAPs work? Look at that purple VWAP right where it smacked up against. That is your, I didn't set it. I think that's the FOMOC minutes. So that was the rate cut, ran right up against it. Anyway, resistance at high a day, 2,600, support at low a day, and 2,500. The bias is long above 25.25. We did have a bias flip again on data. Kind of same thing. This was we did have a read come in here, but this wasn't really tradable in this channel sub bias price like ES was. However, overcoming this level, 25.47 will give you a VWAP long. Talk about all these in the war room, guys. I have all these levels marked out. I have our system in place. I have momentum. My custom momentum indicator looks at about 6 different things. So rather than overloading this chart with different things like price, volume, and then a number of indicators, because price and volume is everything, I just do it as a color-coded system. And this is, again, proprietary to us because it's the things that have really benefited me as an experienced trader. And on backtest, waiting for the extra layer of confirmation on these signals will increase your win rate by 20%. So we call it the matrix. All right, so but mean reversion levels here are 2,400 and 2,700. Let's get into gold. Everybody wants to talk about gold, most traded asset in the world. Guys, my trader should have caught this buy right here. If you didn't, when you go to the war room, I'm going to yell at you. All right. For XAU, the underlying, subtract 31. Welcome, guys. Questions, stickers from the comment box. We'll get to them shortly. Open price, 43.71. High a day, 43. I think we had a new high a day. Nope, 43.75. Low a day, 43.46. Resistance at high a day in 4,400. Support low a day in 43.10. The bias is long above 43.60 right here. And look, you're getting a momentum shift. So my traders, we're down on the 1 minute. Let me switch this to the 5. You can see the VWAP close. Here was the primary read. Here was the VWAP cross confirmation. So 1, 2, 3 indicators. You should be long, right? If you're not, we downshift. And here comes your another opportunity. So the opportunity is 43.60 to 43.70. We're going to ride that to 4,400. Is the trade plan. Same thing we did yesterday, guys. It just kept falling short. Had a few savage people buy 43.50 because they recognized the discount. Good job. Reached out to me. Mean reverting with the daily bias. It's pretty damn good. All right, silver. Let's get into silver. I saw questions on gold. I'll come back to gold. Don't worry. I'll answer your guys' questions shortly. So silver for XAG, the underlying add 7. I would have thought, and so that this week we would go into backwardation. So the difference in where spot pricing is higher than futures pricing. If we do, the demand on silver is going to increase. But we got a 7-cent gap right now. It got as close as 3. Now it's at 7. But if it inverts, that demand on today's silver will rise, which is, I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. I would argue that if this pace continues, we will go into backwardation. Don't worry about all the technicals behind it. Just if you're a silver owner or buyer, that is very bullish. Okay. Open. This thing's been in a nasty channel. Look at this nasty channel. All right. 66.59, high day 66.84. Resistance at high day in 68. Support at low day in 62. Yes, the berth has to be that wide because this thing likes throwing wide candles. The beta is just ridiculous. The bias is 66.30, so above that. And for the underlying, I said subtract 7, so it's 66.23. Mean inversions are 60 and 70. Right now, you could be long. I don't like trading silver on intraday trades because the beta is high. So guess what I threw up here, guys? I'm going to be trading oil. Yep, CL. I'll talk about it in my war room. Good shorts coming in here. Right there. Oop, there's your short level. We'll talk about it in the war room. I'm adding, historically, silver's beta used to be high. Hell, it's calm compared to silver. Silver's like, somebody needs to put it on some meds. All right. But anyway, platinum. Man, I shorted 1995 on massive leverage. Massive leverage. And then because my leverage was so high, I put a 10-point trail, got kicked overnight, and then it dropped. I would have realized a lot of points there. I caught 8 points. I'm not sad about that, but I was right. But because I smashed it with the leverage hammer, I went to bed, slept well on my pillow, knowing I had a trail stop in. I went long here, guys. I'm long. You'll see this consolidated range. Can you see it there? Well, wait a minute. Instagram folks, you can't see it. See it there? So if I draw it back over, you can see why I went long. guys, price is the first thing you look to for support and resistance, and then you stack indicators on it. This is amazing to me how many influencers on the internet want to talk about their fucking magic indicator, but know nothing about price and volume. And don't get me started on the fair value gap, folks. But anyway, I'm long right down here. So, however, it does have short bias and is trying to flip bias. That mean reversion call that I gave everybody was strong. We had mixed results at 1900, great results at 2000. So open price 1931, high day 1995, hit the mean reversion level. 1925 is your low a day. Support a resistance at high day in 2015, so the other side of the 2000 diamond. I don't know. A couple guys reached out and said, is it still shortable? We'll have to call it live, right? I'll have to wait for signals rather than picking price. Support at low a day in 1900. Bias, like I said, is 1953. Guys, the NIMO and NAMO oscillators are -8, -23. They're going to rebound today with the lift in data. Again, inconsequential until they're overbought or oversold. We'll call those levels for you, and it's very predictable within 24 to 48 hours that there's a market reaction to that. The VIX is at 16. It will also cool down if the markets continue to lift. Real quick on my swing report, and then I'm ready to answer your questions. So Tesla 478, Nvidia 174. All right, Daniel. Let's go look at Nvidia. Stand by. Here we go. I gotta pull it off screen. 1 second. I'll grab it. Give me a second. We're gonna look at Nvidia because I can. It's my show. Hang on a second. I gotta pull another chart. Nvidia, guys. I'm live on YouTube. Also, if you prefer the horizontal format, and YouTube's a better platform than Meta. All right, here you go. So here's what I'm seeing, Dan. Go out to the daily. Here's my concern. I own this at $100. The all-time high, this was a double top. You can see it. That is a perfect double top formation. See the M? And then once we broke this neckline, it said sell off. I called that when it occurred. And now, what is resistance is this the first all-time high anchored VWAP. You can see how not overcoming it. And then the fundamentals behind Nvidia, there's a lot of information out there that they're cooking the books, right? .com era bullshit. So I own this at 100. My stop loss is this red line at 163 because I'm hiding below this price wick in this identified zone. So I'm probably going to exit if we do get. I hope you're right. We get a price lift that's the all-time high. I'm going to exit. I just don't like it. I think 2026, Google's the winner, not Nvidia. You can also see that, look at the momentum down, is continuing to shift down. Look, there is a very aggressive momentum shift. So one of the ways that you can see this is just look at the box here, right? And you can run a calculation. Sellers are clearly in control of this stock. I want out, but I would like a little better price. So, man, I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right, because if it gets bullish all of a sudden, like, I'll realize more gains. But I'm a little worried fundamentally on this one. So, all right. Let's see here, guys. Let's look at your, BBAI, guys, is 567, hit the buy zone. It's getting ready to exit it if you're interested in buying it. QBTS is 2505. Bitcoin is 888.7, and Ethereum is 2933. I think the party's over. The fat lady is singing in crypto. All experts are saying Bitcoin's going to head to about 69,000. Ethereum probably 1,800. Hope not, but doesn't look good. All right, let's see what questions you have before I get. You're going to want to stay tuned for my pre-market volume leader. I haven't had one for 3 days, but lo and behold, today's is really good. All right, let's see what we got here, guys. Scroll back through, see what questions we have. Hades, what'd you do? Did you short platinum? Is that what you're saying? I did? I hope you did. That was a great trade. So with the rate cuts from the Bank of England, how much will it impact gold? So I'm not a fundamentalist. I'm a technical trader. But the fundamentalists that I follow, good, Hades. Take that gold long. I said my traders better have taken it. Good job, Hades. The guys in my war room, they don't just follow my trades. They learn how to trade like me. And these guys are crushing it. They're funding accounts right and left. They're getting payouts right and left. The real money guys are enjoying it. You should join my war room, guys. Anyway, the fundamentalists say that the rate cuts will push gold. Matter of fact, one of them are saying silver's going to hit 70 real quick. So take it for what it's worth. Metals like rate cuts. So in general, we just talked about NVIDIA. Again, guys, if you like getting on, make sure you go follow the Trader Daddy. He's one of my friends. He's on live right now. Puts out one of the benefits. He has some paid products you can check out, but one of the things he does great. He puts out some really good calls on swing trades. So go check him out. Scrolling through, see what other questions you have. Stay tuned for my pre-market volume leader, guys. This is going to be a good one. Yeah, Zakir, did you miss gold? We'll catch it in the war room. Let's see here. Let's go back. See if there's another entry from a friend. Where would be the next entry in gold? Let's look at spot. I know you're a spot trader. That's 1 minute. So 37. Let me zoom out 1 second. Let's see if we can help somebody find a trade. Yeah, it's going to have to be a second read. So 30 to 37 is your buy. 43.30 to 37 in that zone would be a decent intraday buy to try to run that back up. There it goes, Zakir. All right, let's get in my pre-market volume leader because I do have time constraints. I got to get with the guys who pay to trade with me and who are crushing it. I got a team of some badasses in there. All right, so check this pre-market volume leader out. SOC. All right, is a pre-market volume leader with a move up of 55% on positive news in the pipeline sector through California drill baby drill thesis. Previous day close was 528. Pre-market high was 940. My area of interest is this green box, which represents $7 to $7.85 with consideration of VWAP hold for sure. A lot of times, pre-market volume leaders, we play VWAP resistance. This may be VWAP support. Why? I like the thesis. I'm going to hunt 10. As a scalp, you can hunt 10%. But this has really good scalp to swing potential, which is what I'm going to look for. I want you to see something. There's your move for my Instagram, folks. Look at this. So Dan, dig into this one. I know you like calling swing trades. See if you see what I see. There are no splits in this company at all, which means that all previous price is valid. And this is the IPO and all-time high anchored VWAP. And these guys were price suppressed due to the legislation that was kicking their ass, which has now just been reversed. So we should go back to homeostasis pricing in this, where it returns back to market value, which means I think that the trade plan, if we can stay in this on the 3-day news cycle and upward, look at the IPOs at 17, the all-time highs at 16. So let's call it like a $15 to $17 price target. So as I zoom back out, or zoom back in rather, sorry. Let me check this out, guys. Don't miss this. Write this down, guys. You guys better be taking notes. Look at this. If we can get in at our price zone, that is a double. That is 100%. And then on a scalp, I would have a stop loss, inside your risk tolerance if you're only trading it intraday. On a swing, if you get in between, 7 to almost 8, you can have a $1 to $2. You can go 2 to 4 actually, because if you're going to realize another $7, or so you could go $2 if you're going to realize another $7 to $8. That's a 1 to 4 risk reward. That is SOC, SOC. Here you go. Yeah, see it, right? I don't know if you can see it, right? SOC, Dan. Go dig into it. Let me know what you think. Throw it on your report. I like it. I think this has a double potential. Set your IPO anchored VWAP, your all-time high anchored VWAP, and then this catalyst is a kicker, which reverses why it dropped. Guys, when you trade, you got to understand catalyst. Why does a stock drop? Why does it run? Does it make sense? Are there splits? Guys, I teach all this stuff. Without further ado, I got guys waiting to trade with me. Come join me. Links are in the bio. You guys have a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.